If you like the fancy camera features of the LG G5 or the dual displays of the LG V10 but aren't ready to shell out the bucks for a high-end flagship, don't despair. LG is moving some of its halo features downrange. Pocketnow is here at MWC to check out the new LG X Cam and X Screen. Join me for a quick hands-on. Like the G5, the X Cam and X Screen bear a more rounded aesthetic than their predecessors, each of them available in a range of colors. They're both very thin phones at around 7mm apiece, and while they feature curved glass construction that looks pretty slick, they mass less than 120 grams apiece, so in the hand they feel pretty insubstantial, a little plasticky too. Premium mid-range, these are not. The X Screen is by far the simpler of these two phones. As its name suggests, its standout feature is a 1.7-inch always-on LCD that sits in the upper right corner and remains active to display things like the time, date, notifications, or a custom message, even when the main screen is turned off. It's basically a smaller implementation of the V10's dual display, up to and including the multitasking function, lets you quickly jump between apps. And because the X Screen is a much smaller device, it's a lot easier to control this second screen than it is on the V10. For my money, the more interesting device here is the X Cam, because it offers a simplified version of one of the most interesting features of the G5. On the back, a 13-megapixel primary camera sits alongside a 5-megapixel auxiliary, which lets you capture more of a scene when you toggle over to wide view mode. Zoom works the same way too, switching which camera it's using after you magnify beyond a certain point. If you decide to use both sensors concurrently, you can also do most of the picture-in-picture effects as you can on the flagship, though the experience is notably slower here thanks to the lower-end silicon driving the software. It's still hardier hardware than that on the X Screen though, with a Full HD display instead of 720p, a 2520 mAh battery over a 2300, and an octa-core processor versus a quad-core one. If I were in the market for one of these specialty mid-rangers, I know which one I would go for. The LG X Cam and X Screen will roll out in Asia, Europe, and Latin America starting next month. No word yet on US availability or pricing, but with the G5 and friends soaking up most of the limelight, that's no surprise. There's still more to see from MWC 2016 in Barcelona, so be sure to subscribe here on YouTube and follow all the breaking news at Pocketnow.com. Till next time, this has been Michael Fisher, Captain Two Phones on Twitter. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.